I love Xiao Long Bao dumplings. When you eat them, you discover some hot soup and stuffing inside. I was wondering how it was possible to wrap soup and stuffing inside these dumplings. A solution had to be found to make the soup solid to wrap it. Then, when steaming with heat, it would become liquid again. A good solution is to use Agar-Agar, a natural gelling agent with a nutrient test made with seaweed. Here are the ingredients for 50 Xiao Long Bao. You can find this list and tips on cookingwithmorgan.com. The day before, prepare the soup jelly and the stuffing. Cut 300 grams of pork loin into pieces. Put them in a saucepan. Peel 3 garlic cloves. Cut 1 onion in half and 2 slices of ginger. Put them in the saucepan. Then add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 liter of water. Put the lid on and heat over medium heat. Remove the foam as soon as it appears. Turn on very low heat, put the lid back on and simmer for 1 hour and 30 minutes. During this time, prepare the stuffing. Cut 300 grams of pork into chunks. Chop them. Put them in the mixing bowl. Thinly slice 2 leek whites. And 2 spring onions. Chop 2 garlic cloves. Put them with the ground pork. Grate the ginger to get 1/2 a teaspoon. Also put it in the mixing bowl. Then add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Mix until getting a sticky mix. Add the chopped leek and the spring onion. Mix again. Cover and put in the fridge. Agar-Agar can be found in dry filaments or in powder. Their use in weight and cooking is identical. Here I use 7 grams. The broth has simmered for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Remove all the pieces. Boil over medium heat. Add the agar-agar. Briefly stir. Put the lid on to prevent evaporation. Let the agar melt for 15 minutes. It must be completely dissolved, otherwise we will find small hard pieces in the filling. Turn off the heat and let it cool. Then put it in the fridge overnight. The next day, prepare the dumpling wrappers. Mix 500 grams of wheat flour with half teaspoon of salt, weigh 300 grams of water. Boil it. Pour it into the flour. Mix. Knead for 5 minutes. Then cover and let rest for 30 minutes. Take the jelly soup out of the fridge. Cut it into small pieces. Also take the stuffing out of the fridge. Mix it up a bit. Add the jelly. Mix. Cover and keep in the fridge. Prepare the dipping sauce. Put in the bowl 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of black rice vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Combine. It's ready. To make the dumpling wrappers, I need a rolling pin, cornstarch, and a 10 cm diameter cookie cutter. To steam the dumplings, I use bamboo baskets. They have several advantages. We can stack them. They can be placed on the classic saucepan or on a wok. With this type of lid, water doesn't fall on the dumplings. After 30 minutes of rest, knead the dough for 1 minute. Sprinkle the table with cornstarch. Divide the dough in half. Put one aside, wrap in the film. First, spread the dough with the roller to get a small disc. Sprinkle it from time to time with little starch. It helps. Tightly wrap it around the rolling pin. To spread the dough, only roll forward, never backward. To bring the dough back to you, lift it. When rolling, my hands first press in the center and then gradually towards the two ends of the rolling pin. Repeat 4 to 5 times. Unroll the sheet of dough and give it a quarter turn. Repeat the same operation several times until getting a thin sheet of about 1 mm thick. Before cutting, sprinkle the dough with cornstarch. This will prevent the wrappers from sticking together. Cut 10 cm diameter discs. We get 50 thin and regular wrappers. At this stage, we can also freeze them. Put them in 2 pies and cover them with a dry cloth. To make the dumplings, put 1 good teaspoon of stuffing in the center of the disc. Enclose it by making about 20 small and regular folds, like this. Making lots of small folds will allow the dumpling to adapt to the jelly soup, which will melt during cooking. Put each dumpling on a small round baking paper and put them in the steamer baskets. Put them on the pot of boiling water for 15 minutes on high heat. At this stage, we can also freeze them. For that, put them in a box without contact with each other. As soon as they are ready, enjoy them without delay. Keep the basket warm on the pot. Below 40 degrees Celsius, the soup in the dumpling will gel again. Bon appétit! Xiao Long Bao can be eaten in 1 bite, but be careful, it can be hot or too big. You can also put a dumpling in a tablespoon. Make a hole and collect all the soup. Thank you for watching and sharing my video. See you at the next homemade dish.